You are watching the Seafood News Weekly video brought to you by the Winter 2022 issue of Erna Berry's Reporter magazine. The new issue is filled with can't-miss content regarding rising prices, adding more pressure to markets. Keep an eye out for stories on how U.S. shrimp imports are in position to set another record and how crab quotas are slashed heading into 2022. Visit ernaberry.com/reporter to read a digital copy or to sign up to receive your free issue in the mail. I'm Seafood News Managing Editor Amanda Buckle.
And our Erna Berry Seafood Market reporter, Lauren Castiglione. In our top story of the week, Diversified Communications is setting the record straight about Seafood Expo North America. A letter was sent out to the seafood community to address some of the speculation and factually inaccurate stories. Diversified says that despite a handful of companies backing out, they currently have over 20,000 square feet of sold exhibit space, which they say represents 80% of the event's largest edition held. Of the canceled space, Diversified reports that a majority of that comes from companies in countries facing long quarantine restrictions like China.
Meanwhile, the USDA released the purchase award description for frozen Alaska pollock fillets and nuggets and pink canned salmon. The USDA bought a total of 760,000 pounds of frozen pollock fillets, 646,000 pounds of frozen pollock nuggets, 2.1 million pounds of frozen pollock sticks, and over 712,000 cases of canned pink salmon. In all, just over 4.3 million pounds of seafood was purchased. Canned salmon made up the bulk of the purchase, with nearly $50 million worth of product bought, a majority of which was purchased from OBI Seafoods. Other contracts were awarded to Channel Fish Processing and Trident Seafoods.
In other news, the salmon market continued its upward swing throughout the third week of January. Not completely unprecedented, but somewhat of an anomaly, with Lent beginning later this year than what is typical. Much of the rising market is being attributed to a lack of supply from top producing countries of origin, Norway, Chile, and Canada. Out of Norway, air capacity constraints continue to hamper product flow into the U.S. market. This, coupled with more active demand out of China leading into Chinese New Year, has led to higher offers out of Norway to the U.S. for the past 2 to 3 weeks on the whole fish side. The Chilean fillet market has been quite firm over the past few weeks. Supply constraints due to the algae bloom, along with COVID issues at a plant, have led to a very dry spot market in Miami for fillets. Out of Canada, both coasts saw tighter supply situations on top of more robust demand for product. Market participants report that the lack of supply out of Europe and Chile also created upward pricing pressure on the whole Canadian market.
And finally, Upside Foods, formerly known as Memphis Meats, announced this week that they have acquired Cultured Decadence, a cultivated seafood company based out of Madison, Wisconsin. Memphis Meats released the world's first cultivated meatball in February 2016 and followed it up in March 2017 with the world's first cultivated poultry. Now, with the acquisition of Cultured Decadence, Upside Foods, which is based in Berkeley, California, will expand its product portfolio and accelerate commercialization of a range of seafood products grown directly from animal cells without raising animals. Cultured Decadence's species portfolio includes lobster and other crustaceans. While they will adopt Upside's brand, they will remain in Wisconsin as Upside's Midwest hub.
Now, be sure to subscribe to our channel below and head over to seafoodnews.com or visit the Seafood tab in Comtel for a comprehensive look at the latest market and industry news.
And don't forget to listen to a new episode of the Seafood News podcast released on Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes every week. Thanks for watching, and you
Be
well.